E is equal to nRT. It is known as the ideal gas equation, where R is the universal gas constant, or it is called ideal gas constant. Okay, value of the R depend upon the unit which we use for the calculation. It has the different value in the different unit. First value is the 0.0821, okay, atmosphere into liter per mole per Kelvin. Second value is the 0.0831 bar into liter per mole per Kelvin. Next value is the 8.31 joule per mole per Kelvin. Next value in the calorie 1.987 calorie per mole per Kelvin. This value sometime in the calculation is simply written as 2, means this 1.987 we can take as the 2 simply. Next value of the R in the CGS system is the 8.314 into 10 is power 7 erg per mole per Kelvin. Okay, we can write the R in such a way that PV is equal to W upon M RT. We have the N here. N is what? Given mass divided by molar mass. So W is the mass of the gas and M is the molar mass of the gas. By the exchanging, what we have? Pm is equal to W by V RT. Here W is the mass of the gas in the gram and V is the volume of the gas in the liter. So now what we have? We have Pm is equal to dRT. W by V, weight by volume, become the density of the gas, and this density is given in the gram per liter. Look, what is the R? R is the PV upon NT. Suppose for any system, if number of moles is 1 and temperature change is 1 unit change, 1 Kelvin unit change, then what we have? Unit of the R, Newton per meter square, it is the pressure. Unit of the volume, meter cube per mole per Kelvin. Look, this meter square and meter cube, they will cancel out each other. What is remaining? Only Newton into meter per mole per Kelvin. Force into displacement, Newton into meter is the force into displacement, that is the unit of the work done. So what we can suggest, that R is also the work done by the gas when the temperature of 1 mole of the gas increased by the 1 unit. Look, R is the work done by the gas when temperature of 1 mole of the gas increased by the 1 unit. Next we have the Dalton's law of the partial pressure. Look, suppose we have a container and in this container we have the non-reacting gases. These gases not react with each other. Okay, molecules of each component of the gas, they are colliding with each other, and also they are colliding on the wall of container. When they are colliding on the wall of container, they exert a pressure, exert a force outside. Okay, suppose we have the gas A and B, then molecules of A also exerting some pressure and molecules of B also exerting some pressure. So total pressure in that container will be the addition of the pressure of the gas A and pressure of the gas B. So this is the simply way to represent the Dalton's law of the partial pressure. According to this law, if temperature and volume of the container is constant, if temperature and volume of the container is constant, then total pressure is the sum of partial pressure of all the gaseous component. Suppose in the last example I told you we have a gas A and B, so total pressure become equal to the partial pressure of A and partial pressure of B. Okay, partial pressure of A, it is the part of total pressure that exerted by the A. Partial pressure of B, it is the part of total pressure that is exerted by the B. Okay, so what we have, at constant temperature and volume, total pressure of a mixture of the non-reacting gases is always equal to the sum of the partial pressure of the gases. Suppose we have this example. In this container, hydrogen is 2 mole, oxygen is 2 mole, nitrogen is 6 mole. So you see 40% molecules belongs to the 20% molecule belongs to the hydrogen and 20% molecule belongs to the oxygen and 60% molecule belongs to the N2. So if total pressure is the 5 atmosphere, if total pressure of the gas inside this container is the 5 atmosphere, then 20% of 5 atmosphere will be due to the hydrogen. That is called the partial pressure of hydrogen, and 20% of the 5, then partial pressure of the hydrogen is 1. Now you see, again the molecules of the oxygen are the 20% of the total, then 20% of the total pressure will be exerted by the oxygen, that is called the partial pressure of oxygen 1, and 60% molecule belongs to the nitrogen. So what is the partial pressure exerted by the nitrogen? It is the 60% of total, that is the 3 atmosphere. So what is the total pressure? Total pressure 5 is equal to partial pressure of hydrogen plus partial pressure of oxygen plus partial pressure of nitrogen. Or if we have a gas in which, if we have a container in which we have the A, B, C and so on, then partial pressure is the PT is equal to partial pressure of A plus partial pressure of B plus partial pressure of C and so on, if volume and temperature given as constant. Okay, partial pressure of any gas is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that gas. Higher the percentage, higher is the contribution in the total pressure. Percentage divided by 100 will give you the mole fraction. So simply we can say partial pressure of any gas is always directly proportional to the mole fraction of that gas. So partial pressure of A is directly proportional to the mole fraction of A. Partial pressure of B is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas B. To remove the proportionality sign, we have to take the constant. What is that constant? PT is the constant. Then what we have? PA, partial pressure of A, is equal to total pressure into XA, mole fraction of A. PB, partial pressure of B, is equal to PT into XB. Okay, so what the mole fraction formula we have here? Mole fraction of any gas can be equal to the partial pressure of that gas divided by total pressure, like XA is equal to PA. PA is the partial pressure divided by PT. PT is the total pressure. For the gas B, XB, mole fraction of the gas B, equal to the partial pressure of B divided by total pressure T, PT.